All right, we covered a little bit the length of the putter and how you hold your putter, the size of the grip. Now I'm going to cover something that I think is very, very important. And that's how you stand, how you approach. What stance do you use when you putt? Let's go back in history and look at Arnold Palmer. Why did Palmer pinch his knees in? So he didn't move. That's why. And he was a good putter at times, wasn't he? He was a very good putter. So Palmer looked like this. Pinch his knees in closely. And by the way, they used a ton of wrist in those days. The reason is because the greens weren't as good. The grass was higher and they had to try and get the ball in the air a little bit more. So the putters had a lot more loft on them than they do nowadays, which helped get the ball in the air, plus using your wrist. With the more modern style of putting, what has happened, as we're seeing, the putters have less loft. The greens are better because the agronomy has improved, and therefore the stroke has become more of a arm-shoulder stroke versus wrist to wrist. Okay, so now we can see Jack Nicklaus. He putted with a very, very open stance. He did that because he felt like his eyes, he saw more of the forward part of the putt than the back part, which is important. So he putted, and Jack putted mainly with his arms and shoulders, but he had a lot of room here. Okay, now most of us putt with the stance, what we call square. Then there's another stance that I think is rather important to try. During my last Open, I hit the ball really good the first 2 rounds. Well, I didn't make anything. So I tried something that I'd been practicing because I kind of learned my golf watching Arnold, and I was quite a wristy putter. And I was trying so hard to start engaging my arms and shoulders. So I would practice with this method. I'd put my right foot parallel to my target line. I'd put my left foot at a right angle. I can hardly do that anymore. And then I would putt. This forced me to use my arms and shoulders. And in the last 2 rounds of the Open in 73, I putted this way. The USGA came out and looked at me thinking I was doing something illegal. I continued putting that way for a while, and my back started bothering me, so I kind of had to go back to the conventional way. But don't hesitate. If you're putting bad, don't hesitate to go change and try a different putter for a while, and don't hesitate to try different stances. Don't hesitate to put a lot of weight on your left side. We surely don't want weight on our right side. So, don't hesitate to experiment and take some lessons and ask a lot of questions when you take lessons. Okay, thank you.